From the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at the newly named New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, eluding the tackle. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face a 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Isaiah McKenzie is back deep for the Bills. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Watch out, travel. Half. Hey, Delta.
Throwing now is Allen. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. It's caught inside the 25. A big play here for Buffalo. 61 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now the 3rd leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. They'll run with Chubb. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills have taken the early lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays.
Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And now we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back him up halfway. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
Here's Kevin Huber now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. If it all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They go with Chubb on second down. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
52's the mic. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody covered. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Here's McCoy. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen dancing to his left. And an alley to run. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
319.
Mike 5-2.
Middle. Alert, alert, alert.
He's crossing. He's checking crap.
80 weapon.
Switch.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Hey, home.
There's a party now.
Pass in. Check.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
50. Check 50.
Alert.
And now they'll throw with Allen. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it first and goal. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Tyler Kroft, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bills will extend their lead. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. A reminder, coming up later tonight, a lot of buzz about this game. The Browns, they've been doing some travel. Back-to-back primetime games for them. Monday night they were in New York. Now the Browns head to Los Angeles to take on the NFC champs, Browns and Rams, an 8:20 kickoff Eastern time, 5:20 in California.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
He's got his man, Boyd. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. Now Joe Mixon, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. But now it's third down. The Bengals on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From midfield here, Dalton. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Dalton to Green for a Cincinnati first. Here's Dalton. And an alley to run. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Dalton. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Matt Milano in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's going to go down again. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll try on 4th. Here's Dalton. And Eifert has it. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Dalton operating in the red zone now.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And he's got his big tight end, Eifert, and it's a Bengal touchdown. Tyler Eifert in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. Bullock good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. 61, matchbox lights.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Here we go, D.
All 52.
All day, all day. Check 4, check 4. Check 99.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Your trip is
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. From the 45 on second down, Allen is going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Andy Isabella, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Hauschka with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. There on the tackle, Shaq Lawson. They had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. Allen now on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he finds Tyler Kroft. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Allen hands off to McCoy. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Allen, and he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Robert Foster, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That's fielded in the end zone. Spinning away. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at the 20. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Dalton looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Alert, alert, alert.
Wide, get wide.
56, 56.
Show it up. Alert 3, alert 3.
Top 10.
Alert 3.
Now a 1st down carry here for McCoy. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Past the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Here's Allen to throw it. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Frank Gore, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
He's going to let this one go deep. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. Bengals going for it. Here's Dalton. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with second and a yard.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
On second down, it's McCoy. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bills continue to pour it on.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Hauschka to send this one away following the score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Put that team on the bus.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And now the throw hauled in by Green. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Okay, didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. A handoff to Mixon. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. They're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this side.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play here for Buffalo. 49 yards. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you're still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Bengals 28-yard line.
6-6, pull it high.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Williams. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though,
and that's caught inside the 35. A big play. Dalton to his favorite receiver, Green, and even 50 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. It's do or die for Dalton. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sand. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Buffalo, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.